that's of course the icy rain coming down from the winter storm we're having. And so I just had a dream where I had to wake myself up out of it, and I had to, like, know that I was talking to God and calling on God to get me out of that. The dream was about I had to pause for a minute because I just woke up. But the dream was about some of these neighbors again. I was sitting on my side porch. I don't know if I think some snow was on the ground. It might have been. It wasn't snowing, I don't think, but there was snow on the ground. I was sitting on my side porch, and from the house across the street where the lesbians live, I was going to say couple, but lesbians live. Their name is Mary and Elisa, and I definitely don't usually drop no names like that, but I don't have a problem. And they've probably been there for like 2 years or whatever. These are the ones where I rejoice because the older person or whatever left out. Anyway, there was a lot of stuff going on in this dream. I was sitting on my side porch, and there was cameras. It seemed like it was cameras up on the Patterson's house, but it seemed like some way it was my cameras or whatever. And so anyway, they was out in the yard, and they sent kids over to see, does she got cameras on us or whatever? And the kids came over riding bikes and stuff to try not to look at ideas or whatever. And I sent them back, and I was like, and I started yelling out, please don't send, you know what I'm saying, kids don't need to come over and do what grown-ups need to handle for themselves or whatever. And then I just started, like, kind of walking the kids back in that direction where they came from, and, just kind of directing them back to the household they came from. And I think there was a couple people, it was quite a few, not a couple, but quite a few people sitting in the yard, maybe like 5 or 6, sitting in the yard. And I feel like it was a boat sitting in the driveway or the yard, but it wasn't turned towards the driveway, it was turned pointing. It was like not a yacht, but maybe a small speedboat or whatever. It was pointing towards the house next to them, which would be, of course, the other house of people that I just despise. Just feel like I'm surrounded by them. So anyway, I was saying my words and stuff, and I said I was walking towards them as well. And somehow I either got in the house or they didn't come in my house, but I went in their house with them, but it looked like it was my house. Because I could look outside and look across the street and still see their house and their yard with the boat and stuff like that. Somehow, but this place didn't have no furniture in the living room or whatever, and I was just it was Mary in there, and it was like 2 other females. So it just like got to do with sorcery and witchcraft, of course, again. But these people really be doing The Craft, like literally the movie The Craft. And so to try to like alter your dreams and stuff like that. And I literally had to call on God in a dream while my son was sitting in the room, and he heard me humming and stuff like that. And I make those noises because the Bible talks about utterances that you can make to God. And I even hum and things like that if I can't open my mouth and say it. And I guess we can't open our mouth because we're asleep. We're not conscious. I don't know, but I'm gonna make some kind of noise. And so I heard my son laughing, and that's when I ended up waking up. Because I could hear him laughing in the background. I just was trying to wake myself up out the dream. I had pretty much learned how to pretty much get myself up, but it's still an experience. So after that dream earlier that I had of getting oral sex, and I turn around and dream about these, I don't want to call them oral sex demons, but you know, these females, this lesbian wife. Um, so anyway, I was in that dream. I am kind of focused on the details of the dream. Because a lot of times when I have dreams like that, I'll be like, oh, no, I'm supposed to forget that. I ain't supposed to worry about that. But this one right here, oh, no, it seemed like it was just kind of revealing. But it's kind of like she sent the kids over there as a lure. Because she knew that I was going to say something. And I don't know, maybe I just need to learn my lesson and just, hey, you don't need to say nothing, keep your mouth closed. Them trees are swaying. But yeah, you don't need to say nothing. Just keep your mouth closed. They, oh, sound like a tree or something. About to snap. Like it literally does. Oh my goodness. But yeah. Maybe you need to keep your mouth closed. Don't even respond to when somebody sends somebody else. But me, honey, I'll be wanting to set the record straight. Maybe this guy let me know, honey, don't focus on setting this record straight in this season. Because it can get you lured into something that you don't want to be. Yeah, I'm saying maybe, but I don't know. God confirm it with me, but yeah, I don't want to be ready to respond to somebody because I don't have a problem. I'll be ready to respond. I'll be on go to let them know what it really is and what's going on. But I was I was saying my piece, and then I walked over there, walked towards that direction. I ended up getting in the house or something like that, and it was like I said, it was two people, and it was pretty much probably set up. Well, I don't know if it was candles lit, but they was on the floor. And some two ladies, one of them had short hair. I don't know if it's like the lady who just left or if it was somebody else. And then there was another set of people outside the house that was going to make sure they could catch the bus. They was running towards the bus. And yeah, it looked like it was snow on the ground, and they were running towards the bus, trying to make sure they didn't miss the bus. The bus stopped. One had a scarf on their head. It was another female, and you know, so I don't know. But get in the house, and I'm talking. I'm still telling them, like, yeah, they got two cameras on y'all house too, watching y'all. And I just started talking and saying something. And like I said, I believe the girl Elisa, she was gone out to a store or something. And I was trying to pay attention to, you know, I didn't want her to get back while I was talking to Mary and telling her. And so it was like, seemed like Mary started like opening up, and then I started like opening up and telling her, you know, what's stuff that's going on. And then she ended up she was telling me stuff too, like some crazy stuff, something about getting somebody pregnant. I seen rabbit hands in the dream. They were like on maybe like some robot. Looked like they was tied up and like seeming like it turned into a dungeon or something like that. And the rabbit hands was like handcuffed or tied up. That's all I seen was the rabbit hands. And it was nothing else left of the body or anything like that. And it seemed like the rabbit had been tied up or something like that. And just, you know, it wasn't free. And so then she was telling me something else, and I could pick up this demonic type of vibe and like description of whatever she's talking about. And then as she's talking, it like turned over into, like I said, like a dungeon. And then she, by that time, she was like hugged up on me. Seemed like she was gonna cry. Also seemed like she was trying to kiss me as well. But and I was hugging her to be nice or whatever, but I was also feeling on the inside like, oh, I need to move back because she is gay or whatever. And in this dream, I think Elisa, she had short hair, and like right now long, she has some long locks or whatever, dreads or whatever the case. And but in this one, she had a short haircut like a boy, like a dude, which in life she's like the dude, and a little afro or whatever. And I was concerned about when she was coming back because I was like, I want to talk to them while she gone, but then, when she get back, I'm out for whatever reason. So, she started hugging Mary, started like that hugging me and trying to latch onto me. Hold on, and again, this is why these other two females is just sitting in there. They were listening or whatever, and she tried to latch on, and like I said, make it seem like she was either trying to push up on me or kiss me or whatever, and it seemed like she was emotional while talking about her stuff. But then I seen this is another demonic type of thing, a tongue, and it's like, um, it was a tongue that was just hanging up out of nowhere, and it was like moving, or either something about her turned into the tongue or something like that. And of course, it reminded me of like oral sex, or it wasn't doing that, but it just reminds me of that, or just again something demonic, like a floating tongue out, you know. Aside from biblical tongues and praying in the spirit and stuff like that, um, I don't know, that weirded me out, and that's what got me to notice that she had like lured me in, and basically I was trapped or whatever, and because of course it was two other ones. I was trapped. She did this little sinister like smile or whatever, and she was like really hugged on. She had a grip on me. Yeah, it was almost effortlessly. It was like, oh well, you know what I'm saying. You came in the place to be, so now you're stuck. And so I had to pray, and that's when I went into the humming and moaning and stuff in my sleep. And my son, I didn't know my son was sitting there because he had left out earlier, but he was sitting in the burgundy chair. He was just laughing. He was like, "You talking in your sleep again?" And I was like, "What did I say?" Because I wanted to confirm what he heard. And he heard me hum. He said, "No, you're not. You didn't really say nothing. You were making these noises." By the way, that was him laughing a little earlier in the video. He was like, "You was making these noises." And I said, "Oh, well, that was myself praying myself out of a dream and out of something that really do try to manifest in my life anyway." And he was like, "Oh," and I told him, "You can wake me up out of it if you hear me doing that. Just try to." Because when I heard his voice and him laughing while I was humming in my sleep and stuff, that's what woke me up anyway. That's what got my mama ears conscious to real life as opposed to dream life. And so I woke up out of it by still humming, and that's my way of, if my mouth is stuck, I can still hum and talk to God. God knows what's coming up out of me. These same trees that I always see swaying, I'm like, are they gonna fall and break today? I hope not, but because of ice and stuff like that. And then of course these new houses is built over near these trees and stuff. But yeah, anyway, so that's the dream. I don't really want to think on it and meditate on that, but like I said, I'm gonna start saying my dreams and putting them on YouTube because I just got tired of writing them down and stuff like that. I need to put a description with this one so I'll know exactly. That's one thing I do want to do. But um, I'm gonna go out and check my stuff again because I know snow and ice done got all over. But yep, that was the dream. That's what was going on. It was crazy because one thing about her, she got that smile. She be having that smile on her face like she is damn weird and scary any damn way. And I already seen her in action like she is manipulative. I have seen her want tell her sister to fight her so-called wife in the house. Like she's one. So in the dream, it was like I was talking to her, confiding in her, because she was the one that was willing to talk. But she's the one that was luring in or whatever. She was the vile one, the dangerous one or whatever. And maybe even in real life, she's the toxic one. And to me, I really can't tell about either one of them. They both seem like they toxic, but seemed like definitely Mary is, she got some hoods, she got some definitely hood stuff with her, maybe some other stuff, voodoo, and definitely probably some witchcraft, and of course whatever else. But I can see she's manipulative because I done heard phone conversations where she been on the phone talking to a dude, but you got a whole so-called wife in the house, sit out on the porch and do it. It's just scary. I mean, if I didn't have God in my life and have the power of God, it would be scarier than it is. But that crap is weird to me, and it's like I don't want no dealings with y'all. Like, why are y'all so attracted to me and bothering with me and stuff like that? Like, I was literally in a dream trying to, while she was hugging me, I was trying to, because she started like rubbing her face and stuff on mine. I was just trying to embrace her in a different way instead of like letting her push up on me because I knew she was gay. But, anyway, let me just conclude that matter right now. Oh yeah, let me show y'all these trees again if I can. They want to stop moving. Up, lift up. I was kind of talking low because my son was in the room with me, and yeah.